It's currently thunderstorming. I don't know if you guys can hear. But I don't know, I just felt called to make a video. And yeah. I just came back from playing basketball. And my ankle was hurt, so I couldn't really play it. And and when you do something and you don't go do that thing for a while and you go back to it, you may not have the same spark you had. You may not have the same love you had for it, Your skills may decrease, or the way that you're able to do things may decrease. But I feel like I just had to stay calm. I was kind of getting upset. People were coming up to me asking me, how'd you let him do that and shit? But I didn't really want to make excuses for myself for being hurt. Oh my gosh. That was so cool. But I try to find the beauty in everything, and I just made the situation a good situation. Damn. But I just think it's such a cool experience to experience chaos. Like, people may think this thunderstorm or this rain may be some sort of chaos, or it may be uncomfortable, or it may do something bad to you. But honestly, I feel like it's in that chaos and is that we grow. It's in these uncomfortable times, in the rain, that the plants grow, that the crops grow. I feel like it's a blessing in disguise, and I'm just making this video because your peace, your calmness is going to take you places. And you may feel like you don't have any reason to be calm, or you may feel like that you don't deserve to have any reasons to be calm. You may feel like you're not worthy enough to be calm. Again, there's thunder again. But it's in these times where we grow. It's in these times that teach us how to be calm. It's in these times that teach us how to be patient with ourselves. I need you to take a deep breath. And you have to realize that every time that you consciously breathe, every time that you take a deep breath, you're getting out of your head. Every time that you breathe, you're no longer overthinking. You should really try it. Deep breaths, meditation. It'll really do something to you. But I don't know, man. It was just like sometimes I find ways to bring more chaos. Like in the gym today, I was like, damn, you gonna let him smack you like that, bro? And he got up and he smacked him. I was like, I really did this? I can cause chaos just with my words? He got up and he smacked his ass. I was like, wow. And then it was kind of funny, not gonna lie. But sometimes we have to laugh at our own pain. We have to laugh at the decisions that we make sometimes. We have to laugh at the choices we make, because at the end of the day, we're not that type of person. I'm not a chaotic person, I don't think. But I just showed myself that I could bring chaos into the world simply with my words and my actions. The calm in you is gonna win. The choices that you make are not you. Okay, let me explain this in a deeper way. Okay, here is my guide to bring the calmness out of you. Okay, enough of the bullshit. Here's how to bring out the calmness around you when you feel like you have so much chaos, but the chaos is only coming from you. You know what I'm saying? You can truly make a change in the world simply by you existing. I've been really working on my energy. Okay, you have to work on your energy. What type of energy are you sitting in? All right, if you sit in chaos and anger, guilt, fear, those things will only bring out more of those things. I've recently been working on my energy, and I'm not gonna stay in fear any longer. All right, and what does that look like? You have to sit with yourself at least one time a day and really sit with your thoughts. If you don't know how to sit with your thoughts, think about what you're thinking about, if that makes sense. Think about what you're thinking about. Think about what you're not thinking about, if that makes sense. But okay. So a lot of the times we do a lot of things that we don't think about doing. Like, we have some addictions. We lust over females. We lust over men. We lust over different shit. I'm just using that for an example because it takes over. And you don't think about what you're doing in the moment, but after you're done doing that thing, you feel fucking drained, bruh. You feel like you failed yourself again. But it's thinking about what you're thinking about. Like, am I really supposed to be thinking about this? Do I really need to add more chaos onto my life? Or do I really need to bring more chaos into something that just needs some closure? You don't really need that. I'm saying, you deserve to smile. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be peaceful. You deserve all the things that you feel that you don't deserve. You deserve. You're worthy. You're chosen. All right? And I don't ever want you to forget that. Because you truly are a chosen one. And I just sit here sometimes and I think to myself. I sit here sometimes just in my thoughts. If you want to find out who you are in the chaos, you must sit through the pain. You must suffer. And that's not a bad thing. Like, suffering is not a bad thing, because it teaches you things. You know, you may be going through some very hard times right now. You know, you may be in a rut, in a slump, but you get back up each and every single day. You woke up again, right? Be willing to see the positive in a lot of your shit. Be willing to unsee all the chaotic things. And I'm not saying this to kind of make you forget about everything that's happened, because that's inevitable. You can't do that. You can't forget about the past. You can't erase the past. That's not possible. But even in a lot of things that we learn about in school, like the history of things, we don't really remember none of that shit. So it's kind of like putting that thing to rest, putting that thing in a box and throwing it in the ocean and wishing it never comes back. You gotta do that. You gotta do that shit with some of these things, man. I mentioned I played basketball. Now, I hope that y'all motherfuckers know what basketball is. I missed a shot. I missed 2-3 shots, actually, consecutively. Consecutive layups. Was I contested? Was somebody guarding me? Yes. But I missed. And sometimes we have to put these misses to the past, because sometimes we let all the chaos overshadow all the beauty that we have going on in our lives. You gotta stop self-sabotaging yourself in the moments that you feel beautiful, the moments that you're actually enjoying life, the moment that you actually do have peace. It doesn't have to go anywhere. Enjoy that. Take deep breaths in the times that you are stressful. Take deep breaths in the time that you are going through things. Take deep breaths. And I'm gonna be going in more in depth into the things that I do every single day, and I'm not trying to say rituals to try to be weird or anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say what I do is a ritual. I'm not trying to say that shit, no. But I feel like it's a ritual for yourself. And I don't think it's a bad thing to have a ritual for yourself. So, or like habits for yourself, and working on your, just diving deep into yourself. I'm creating a private community just for the real ones to know, just for the chosen ones to know. You feel me? Private community, just for us. It's coming out soon. I'm just letting y'all know now. I'm not telling you it's gonna be out tomorrow. I'm not telling y'all to go grab that shit. I'm just letting y'all know it's there. If y'all want to grab that shit, hey, just know that you're going to be getting better every single day. I'm going to be on your ass every single day. I'm going to be on your ass. If you want to get to where you need to be, I'm on your ass. And you're going to be I want you to be able to think like me, and I'm not trying to say this in an egotistical way. But I could go to sleep right now. You have to be able to learn how to block out the noise. Block out the noise. You decide on what makes you calm. You decide what makes you enjoy this life. I'm sitting here in a rainy day. It's thunderstorming. I'm in the car. I grabbed this camera. I use different cameras, just so you know. Let me know if you like that shit. Please let me know. But yeah, man, it's pretty peaceful. You know? It's what you make it. You know, you got to learn how to block out the noise and really tune into what you really want to tune into. You can choose what you listen to. You can choose what you tap into. I basically said the same shit twice, but there's a deeper meaning between both of the things. You gotta choose what you want to see in your life, because it comes a point in time where you have to decide on what's good for you and not what your mood is. You know, you have to decide on the things that you want to consume and the things that you don't want to consume. It's very important. But I'm not gonna keep you any longer. I need to go inside. I'm about to eat some ribs. Yeah, I started a live on YouTube and I forgot that I was eating very loud, and somebody commented, yeah, never eat on live again. So yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy my food without you guys. I really appreciate you if you guys are watching. I really appreciate you. God bless you, beautiful soul. Don't forget about that new membership that's coming out really soon. I'm just putting it together. You know what I'm saying? I got some good coming for y'all. Y'all stay tuned, man. Y'all tapped in with me. I love y'all so much, so freaking much. I will give y'all, yeah, I'm gonna do it.